Do you ever have where you have so many ideas, so many projects, painting, sewing, anything really, that you're like, I'm gonna do this, and you work on it and you work on it and you work on it for so long, and then either you get to a point where you're like, you just don't know what to do next, or something comes up and you just set it off to the side and you say, I'm gonna finish it next week. I'm gonna finish it when I have more time. I'm gonna finish it when I understand what I want to do with it. And then many months later, you're going through some stuff. Maybe you're KonMariing, or maybe you're just kind of figuring out what project that you want to work on, or maybe you're even getting materials for a project you're already started. And you find that object that you said you were going to finish. Guilty. So last year I don't know if you would call it a KonMari, but I mean, I guess you could. It was just a declutter. I pulled everything out. I had not done a massive declutter pretty much ever. There was so much stuff I realized that I had been like holding on to for years, like high school years, and I got rid of so many clothes and donated and all kinds of stuff. And there's some areas in my life that I could look at and be like, yeah, I could go through this stuff again. But in honest, I really did go through everything. I mean, it was like 6 bags of Goodwill, like 2 bags of Poshmark. And I get that itch around this time of year of, I want to declutter. And I immediately look at the closet. There's not really anything I could get rid of there. I mean, I guess there's a few things, but haven't decided about them yet. I'm not going to get rid of clothes, so books. I already went through all my books. I already went through all my supplies, personal stuff, sentimentals. What about UFOs? If you ever watch like Bernadette Banner, Kathy Hay, really anybody, they always talk about UFOs, which is like unfinished objects. I have a lot of them. I was really good last year and I got through some things, but there's so many projects that I have that are just, not even just paintings, but so many projects in general of things that I start and then I never finish. And so instead of decluttering my items this time of year, what about decluttering my to-do list? I feel like there's so many things that you just keep pushing and pushing for another time, put on the back burner, or do this when I have more time, do this when I have more energy, do this when I have more patience, and it never comes. The push for this was this painting. I started this in August, September, and there it's still sitting there. I started this, which is supposed to be a Paris painting. Started this a long time ago too. It's not even close to being done. I literally just got the sky done and blocked out where I wanted other stuff. So this is something that's not going to take a day to get done. It's going to take a long time. But this, I could probably finish this week. So maybe this week, this next 2 weeks, because let's be honest, these are all projects, the reasons I set them aside was because they were unfinished and it would take too long. So maybe the next couple weeks should be dedicated to persevering on postponed projects. Care to join me? actually spent the day sewing and getting some things done that I have been putting off, like mending and sewing some projects that I've had, and then I spent the day working on some video editing of things that I've been putting off. And then I ended up having to postpone my week of getting things done that have been postponed because I had some traveling I had to do and I had some events that popped up. And so I was like, well, this week is going to be my week to get things done. And then everything has happened around the world. A lot of people are now self-quarantining and things like that, which I'm also doing. So I'm home and I am working on projects. So I thought I would continue this week of working things off of my to-do list, but also getting some new content out for you guys. I thought this would be a great chance for all of us to kind of stick together, especially since online social media is something that we can all kind of like work on and like do and keep us not distracted, but kind of like keep us entertained perhaps. So hopefully these videos that I'm going to be doing this week and next week will be something that can be something you guys can watch and maybe be a little bit inspirational of something that you guys have to-do lists that you also want to get done, or maybe try something new while you guys have the time, especially if you're working from home. But we'll see how it goes. Please don't mind gross me. If I am at home and going nowhere, I am not going to put on makeup or, you know, fancy clothes, especially if I'm painting. I'm not going to be wearing nice clothes. If you see me in these videos and I look like a bum, that's why. Oil paint is extremely staining, so that's what I'm going to be wearing. But today is technically day 2 of working on things that I've been putting off. The day 1, you guys saw I recorded. I worked on sewing and mending things. Sorry, my arm's getting a little tired. I worked on sewing and mending things. I had a lot of clothes that I'm like, I should fix these, so I did that. I worked on some things on the computer, cleaning things off. I've been having so much storage taking up of things that I could delete and get rid of. So that was my day. I spent the day kind of detoxing all of my technological devices and then sewing. And then I also spent the day reading a couple books off my to-do list. So my goals for this week is to paint and get this painting, the sunset painting, done. My goal is to get that painting done and then to work on some books that I've been putting off. I'm going to work on the stationery haul video that I know a couple of you guys voted for on my Instagram. I am going to be starting the April bullet journal filming this week. I have a poll up right now that people can vote on, so that's going to be this week. So we're all in this together, self-quarantining and all that kind of thing, so let's be productive. So I'm currently watching Bernadette Banner videos while working on transferring footage, and I wondered, what has my dog's interest so much? It's her floof. Macy is watching Floof. Do you like Floof? Yeah. Have you been watching me paint? This is the face of a doggo who just wants me to shut the lights off so they can sleep, even though they've been sleeping the whole time. pretty dark in my room. I don't get a ton of light in here, and the overhead light for my room is pretty like yellow. So I'm gonna stop painting for the night. I'm gonna finish it up tomorrow. I think pretty much all I have left to do is some touch-ups, especially just right here. I'm not liking this. The water line is mainly what I need to work on. But overall, I think I could get this done. I worked on it all day, but of course most of it I had done beforehand, so I'm gonna do that. I think for the rest of the night, I'm gonna do like a really long bath. Haven't done one in a while. I think I'm gonna do that. And I think I'm gonna read for the rest of the night. Some of the books that I've been either started reading and then sat down and didn't finish, or books that I've been putting off that's been on my to-do list. So I think that's what we're gonna do for the night, and we'll pick up with painting tomorrow. You wanna go night-night? You're so tired. Okay. Oh, good night-night. Okay, I hope this works. I've tried filming this a couple times and I keep putting my hand over the mic. So if my hand is over the mic in this video, I'm very sorry. But today is day 3 of the procrastinating video and day 2 of painting. It's pretty gloomy outside, so let's see if I get some lighting whacked on and be able to have some good lighting for the painting today. But yesterday I almost finished the sunset painting, so my goal today is get the painting done, and if I get it done, start working on the Paris painting, but I think that's going to have to go for another day. I need to pencil in the April bullet journal pages and start filming that, so tomorrow I might actually be filming the bullet journal instead of working on this video, because I need to get the April bullet journal done so it can get out there before April starts. So that's the goals for today, is get this painting done and get the April bullet journal video ready. So I made some banana bread. It's in there, it's starting to cook. I have a lot of bananas are about to go bad, so I went ahead and made them into bread, so I didn't have to worry about wasting bananas or anything like that. And I can freeze the banana bread if I have to. So I have that in the oven, and then I will probably start making supper here pretty soon, and we'll see if I can get any more painting done later. But for now, baking and dishes. Casseroles in. You hungry? Yeah. Done today as I could. The lighting was a bit off, so we'll see. I got the sunset painting almost finished, but I'm going to step back from it and look at it in a couple days, because I know I'll have fresh eyes then, and there's things that I'm going to want to tweak. But tomorrow I'm going to be filming the bullet journal. You guys voted for a book or library theme, and I think I'm going to do like Trinity Library or like the British Library, and that'll be fun, but it'll take like a day or 2 or maybe 3 days to film that and get it done. So I'm going to have to step back from this painting process and work on that project. But as you can see, I'm wearing a different outfit. You know, I got paint all over the other sweatshirt, which is why I wear old clothes. So I have these 2 little doves that not only usually sit outside of my bedroom,
and coo at various areas of the night. But they also sit outside of my window while I work, and they'll sit and talk. And I've gotten close enough to like about 5 feet from them, but they're still wary. But I've had them for 3 years now, and they always come back, and their nest is always outside my window. When I leave the house, they always sit on my car, and when I come home, they're sitting on the roof waiting for me. I never thought I'd be so attached to a set of birds, but I have become attached to this set of birds. Look at them. Sorry I'm making you look at birds, but they're so freaking cute.
It has been 3 days since I last talked to you guys. I mean, it took 3 days to film the bullet journal video. One, it's dark, it's gloomy out, it's been raining all week, it's so hard to find daylight. All the the lighting fixtures in my house are like that awful yellow light that this looks horrible on camera. So I have to film by daylight, so then I only have from usually 8 or 9 till about 3 or 4 to work. And it was really meticulous. I don't know why I chose to do Trinity Library, but I did. It's my favorite library. But I'm completely not entirely happy with it, but it's done and it's finished. So got that done. I finished that today. So now I can start back on to working on my sunset painting, which has been staring at me for the past 3 days. I want to get it completely finished, even though I know in a month I'm going to go back and change something on it, but it'll be done. And I want to start working on this Paris painting. And once I start working on the Paris painting, I think I'll cut it in half and split this into 2 videos, come back in a couple weeks with an update of how my projects are going. But we're on day 8 or 9 of quarantine and still living strong right now, but surviving on lots and lots of caffeinated tea right now, which is nice. Yeah, but today I want to edit the bullet journal video, get it posted, and work on painting. It is day, I think, 4 of painting. Maybe it's 5. Maybe it's 3. I have no idea. I'll have to check. But I think it's day 4 of painting, and I need to sit here and paint. It's what I should be doing since I spent so much time working on the April bullet journal. But I think I'm going to go outside first because the sun has come out today. It looks amazing, and I think I'm going to go for a walk first. And then we'll start painting. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's very super sunny out, which I'm grateful for. There's a whole bunch of ladybugs. I don't know if you can see them. Look at all of them. There's so many of them. Hello, bunnies. Yeah. Hi, baby. You enjoying the sunshine? That's fun, huh? Hey, how you doing? Hello. Well, I just finished outside, changed my shirt because I'm going to paint soon, and I am currently making lunch. I'm very allergic to grass, but it was so nice to just kind of sit in the grass for a little bit and sit in the sunshine. So something neat that happened actually yesterday, I forgot to vlog it, but a couple of years ago I was studying abroad in Ireland for a summer, and I was doing summer research for archaeology. and I had recorded a bunch of stuff because I was hoping to kind of vlog it. I kind of vlogged. I mean, it was more like a video diaries for when I studied abroad in Germany 4 years ago. Those are on my channel. They're awful. They're like from like 2016. I'm sorry. If you want to see like scenic landscapes and stuff like that, you can see them. They weren't really like vlogging myself. It was kind of like videos of everything else. And I kind of did that when I was in Ireland. And when I got home, I couldn't find the SD card. Now when I was there, I didn't have time to like edit like I did when I was in Germany. When I was in Germany, I could like edit like every weekend or like edit every few weekends. But when I was in Ireland, I was doing research and archaeological excavations. So I didn't have time to like sit and edit, and I only filmed like a little bit. And I thought I'll put like a little montage video on my YouTube channel, and I never did because when I got home, I had several research papers to write, and then it was senior year and I was writing a thesis, and I have no idea what happened to the SD card. And still to this day I couldn't find it until I was cleaning this week, and I opened up my field journal, like field binder, and something fell out, and it was the SD card. And so not everything is on there that I hoped, because I had like 2 SD cards, one from one camera, and then I had like 2 cameras with me, like a waterproof one and then like another one. The waterproof one was needed because I was on boats a lot, and so the waterproof one I had a lot of footage on, and I found it. And so hopefully maybe I can do a little Ireland video. That's kind of another postponed project that I have not done, and so I'm going through the footage now, and so you might see a little Ireland, Scotland, and England. It was London, but I did go to Stonehenge and stuff too. But you can see maybe a little video montage on my channel coming here pretty soon. But there's another, I think it's a sign because I haven't been able to find that at all. And then as soon as I started doing all these procrastination projects, I found the SD card. So maybe we'll do that as well. So I'm taking a real quick break from painting because I've like finished the sunset painting, but I want to take a step back before I declare it finished to see if there's anything I will notice a difference of in the next 30 minutes. I always like to do that. Step away, walk away, come back, look at it from a distance. And then another tip I have, if you're like painting, like you're not entirely happy with it, don't look at it for a while, but like take a picture and then go in another room where you're not seeing the painting, and after a while then look at the picture, and you'll notice things than you would like up close or even like standing back. So that's one of my tips if you're trying to paint and you're like, something's not right. That usually helps me. During this kind of quiet time at home, some things that I've been doing is I'm trying to read more. I considered doing the 24-hour reading challenge. If that's something you want to see, let me know. I thought about doing that, of like trying to read for 24 hours. When I was in high school, I would sit and read, and like I had to be told by my parents, like, you need to come downstairs and like eat. And then of course, as I said, as I got into college and stuff, I just quit reading. So I want to read more, so maybe I'll do the 24-hour challenge. I haven't like sat and read for like a long period of time in forever. So I might do that and have a lot of books that I need to read. So I might do that, but I've been reading more. And then I've been not looking at the news very often, and I only look at the news not when I wake up, but in the morning, kind of like after I've had my tea and stuff, and then once in the afternoon. Usually we have our like governor's address, so I'll watch that, but then I try not to look at anything after that for the rest of the day, and that's been helping a lot. So if you're someone who's like, oh, like kind of getting inundated with media, maybe take a break and time yourself. I've noticed that helps, because if I click on an article or keep clicking and clicking and go down like a rabbit hole, and then it's been like an hour of like news stuff. So maybe set a timer on your phone. So I've been doing that. Live streams by my favorite like YouTubers and Instagrammers have been like the best. I will say, like, if you're someone who likes to have meditations or like set an intention for journaling for the day, you should check out Rachel Brathen. She's called Yoga Girl on Instagram and on iTunes podcast. Even if you're not into yoga, it is definitely something that I think would be helpful for a lot of people, because she's very mentally health aware. She has some very good books out too, but like she has really good morning like live stream. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what that is for other times, but it's 9 a.m. my time. And she's been doing that, and she's doing 30 days free yoga. But they're setting intention for every day. So we've had like create space and creativity and things like that. And then you'll have like, she'll like talk through it, and she'll have like tips for anxiety and things like that. And she can answer questions on her live stream, and you can like talk to people in her live stream. And then she'll also set like a journaling intention. So if you're someone who follows me for journaling, you can definitely check that out. Also her podcast, she does this anytime. She has like daily podcasts where it's like Mindful Monday and things like that. So if that's something that you're needing, definitely check it out. I just finished the sunset painting, and I'm going to start this one now. The sunset painting I'm pretty happy with. I know I'll probably end up tweaking something on it, but for now, it's done. Okay, I'm sorry if the audio is really bad right now. It's really windy out, but this is my next project. This is a photo I took from inside the Louvre in Paris about 4 years ago. When I was studying abroad in Germany, I got to spend one weekend in Paris. And this is one of my favorite photos that I took. And so I want to paint this. And I have like a close-up version to help me with the buildings, because itty bitty. So I'm using this as my reference. And this is what I have so far. Now, when I went, it was like gloomy out. And then the next time that like I got a photo, which I think was the next day, it was like bright and sunny and beautiful. So I'm using the photo here like this to reference this, and then using the sky from another photo but just exaggerating it. So my last paintings have been making a painting that kind of looks like a photo, like it's completely accurate to the picture. Where this one I want to do more of like a relaxed impressionist painting, kind of over-exaggerate the brush strokes and over-exaggerate the colors. So for this painting, I'm hoping to have it as very super colorful and just kind of brushy. And so that's what I'm hoping to do. I started this like a year ago and don't remember why I didn't finish it. I think I got too picky about it or something, but we're gonna finish this. Well, me, but you're with me on this journey, so we are gonna finish this. Now I'm gonna work on it today, but I know because of all of these buildings, there's no way it's gonna be like get done in the next couple of days or something. There's just so many layers, and with oils, especially like oil paints, you can use like quick dry, but even then you have to wait, and sometimes, good job, Hannah. And even then you kind of have to wait for it to dry, but it takes time for in between coats to dry. And then I'm doing more of an impressionistic style, so these are like 5 or 6 layers, and so those layers are going to take time if you want to have the correct texture. So part 2 of this video is going to be this painting and a few other projects. So if you made it to the end of this video, I just want to say thank you. I'm sorry if this video was kind of all over the place and a little disorganized. I'm not the best at continuity filming. I'm getting used to it, or like progress vlogging. I promise I'll be better in the next installment of this series. I don't know if this is going to be a series or not, but it'll be this painting as well as a couple other projects. So hopefully I'll be better about that. Thank you for watching this. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. I'm hoping to have some more videos out on this channel, such as the stationery, kind of like my stationery like haul or my collection. So that's coming up soon. I'm gonna have that as well as the second part, as I said, and some more bullet journal videos. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I hope the rest of your day goes really well, as well as the rest of your week. I want to thank you again so much for watching. If you want to see more of this, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see kind of like progress of how this painting is going and things like that before the next video comes out, definitely go over on my Instagram. I'll have behind the scenes on that, like of how things are going, as well as other stuff that I do. Again, I hope you have a really wonderful day. Till next time.